Today is Sunday, May 7th, 2023, out here in the garden in the late afternoon here, or mid-afternoon. It's about 2:30. Just taking a look. You can see here the first iris of spring have come up here. I'll zoom in. You can see them. These are the smaller purple and white bearded iris here. I'm not sure why this plant has flowered incredibly early this year. This particular breed species does flower a little earlier than the rest, but none of the others, or very few of the others, have buds even. So this one's really going early this year. I'm not sure what the cause of that is. Let me zoom back out. You can see here the garden is coming along here and developing fairly well. Interestingly enough, you may remember last year, I'm zooming in again, this sedum plant here, let's see if I can get my finger in there. So, sorry, having a little trouble here, so let me just zoom in. Bear with me. This sedum plant here is the remnant. It's coming up from the remaining root of the plant that was stolen last year. So there was a sedum that was stolen last year. Here's the larger one right next to it. Here's the larger one. The smaller one was stolen last year, but obviously a root fragment has survived and is coming up on its own as well, which is great. You can also see a number of the tulips, which are in here, which I planted about 2 weeks ago now, are coming up. I don't expect those to flower this year because it's so late in the season. I was donated those bulbs. I've got them in the ground, and we'll see what happens here. But basically, this entire area in here now is tulips and a few daffodils thrown in there as well. So they're coming up nicely. You can see here, moving along. It's fascinating to see here how the rabbits are really particular in what they eat. You'll see here the entire row of iris look great up until you get to right here. These couple of iris here, you can really see the rabbit damage. Let me zoom in again. See the rabbit damage here. They've really cut those right off there. They really like that particular iris, but only when it's young. Once it comes into full growth, they avoid it. So there must be some chemical change going on in the plant. When it's young, it must be sweeter to them or something else, and they really enjoy that. See here, the Solomon seal here has come in really lush this year along the way, all in front here, and of course the hosta's right behind it there as well. And then moving on this way, you'll see here in the fencing I've set up temporarily, these are the oriental lilies that were planted last weekend. Some donated bulbs, put them in the ground. They're starting to come up. They were already starting to sprout when the bulbs were donated to me. That growth is not all from 1 week, but that growth is probably from 2 or 3 weeks of growth. But they're coming in well, nicely. We've had a lot of rain this past week, so that's great too. That's really helping them. And then you can see on the upper hillside here, or the mid hillside, excuse me, you'll see here the bleeding heart's really growing very well. And then behind it, some Solomon seal filling in here as well. So that's kind of what's going on here. It's shaping up as always in the spring, and things are evolving very nicely here. So it's terrific. Have a great day. Take care.